Hello everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new here, welcome. If you are not new, thank you for joining me again. My name is Libby and this is my dog Ezra who has to say hi. Oh yeah, say hi. Oh see. Oh see. He just so excited. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Today we are actually going to be discussing some I guess you could call it a table ritual we did in eating disorder treatment. And that, well, it's a table ritual, which I mean sounds weird coming from an eating disorder thing, but it's something we did every time. And it is called claim and honoring. And we did this with the help of our placemats, is what we called, which we were provided one, but you could also make one. Which this is the first one I ever made. Uh, No, this is the second one I ever made. The first one I made was a pug one, which I didn't grab because I'm smart. So on each placemat, you have, well, you can make it your own, but each one I wrote claim and honor because that's what we did. And then I wrote the food groups. So there is dairy, meat, fat, red, water, veggie, and fruit. And then I have many of them. These are just like I have like literally 20 of them, plus one of Blake, and then I made one for Ezra too. Um, so like this is my Disney Princess one. Uh, and then I have this one was this was help made by the art therapist there, but the rest I did. Um, this is like literally like my favorite one. And this is and this is just Christmas spirit. That is actually a photocopy of a picture that my friend in treatment made. Like she hand drew that. And that's a photocopy of it. And then I did the stockings and everything. So I'm going to explain claiming and honoring. So we would all sit down at this table around. So like the table would have each of us have our own spot, which is our would have our placemat, and they would move like every night pretty much. And your placemat, they would set your food on it because each person had their own food, and each plate and bowl and cup had our initials on it. And the therapeutic assistant, our TA, would place our food on our placemat. And then we would come to the table when they called the meal, and we would sit down. At the beginning, um, we would start at a Christian place. In like the morning, we would pray. Um, and like we would be able to give the opportunity to like save grace. But before that, we would do what's called claiming. We would do the first part, wrong one, claiming. And that would be taking each food on our plate and claiming it and telling it what and saying just what it is. Like my noodles, bread. Um, which is what is bread? Um, my toasted coconut is fat. Where is fat? Fats. My almond milk is dairy. My water is water. My strawberries is fruit. We would go around and we would all do that to claim what it is. And then at the end of the meal, and then we would pray and we would eat and we would get an allotted 45, 30 minutes for meals and then 15 minutes for snack. And then at the ends of meals, we would do what's called honoring, and we would honor it for what it does for our body. So, like that toasted coconut is a fat, and I would say I honor the toasted coconut for hormone regulation because that's something fats do for our body. I honor the almond milk for potassium, our healthy teeth. I honor the strawberries for fiber because your girl likes to poop. She likes a healthy moving system. And that lovely, lovely spinach, or in Florida, collard greens, helps with magnesium or healing. And then I was a vegetarian, like, well, I am vegetarian. And in Florida, I was vegetarian, so we would get meat, fake veggie meat options. So like my what did I have? Look, my veggie sausage patties would be for zinc or chromium. And we would all go around and do that. And that was something they implemented. That's something I didn't do at the hospital or inpatient, but something I was introduced to in residential center, which I learned quite a few residential centers do, which really help because the point of it is to say, okay, this pasta is a carbohydrate or bread. This strawberry is a fruit and it falls under that group. But then at the end, you would say, okay, that toasted coconut that my body associates as fat and that my eating disorder associates as fat and bad actually has a purpose. It gives me hormone regulation and it gives me organ protection, which helps protect my vital organs that keep me alive. That water that I was scared to drink water because of water weight. That water helps with hydration and electrolyte balance and temperature regulation, which is important. So that is something that we did every meal and every snack. I claim my peanut butter for fat. I honor it for vitamins A, D, and E. And it really sounds it sounds dumb. Like, okay, it sounds like what just sit down, take rice, eat food. But for people with eating disorders, it helps really put in perspective that the food we eat isn't bad for our bodies. Because people with eating disorders, well, I guess in my case, sitting down at a meal is a battlefield. Food seems like the enemy, and it can terrify us. Sitting down and seeing a plate of, pancakes and eggs with veggies and mixed in with it, like it terrifies us. Like, oh fudge, like it literally makes us poo our pants. And so to be able to have see that it does something, that it helps keep us alive and it does something more, and there's a reason it doesn't terrify us. Gotta love Alexa. Thank you, thank you. Give her an applause for Alexa. It's just like, what, mom? You're clapping. So that's just something I really wanted to show because that was an important piece that was introduced to me in treatment that I still like to do when I'm at home and just kind of really just show like to myself that, like there's a purpose for this. Even the ice cream or cheesecake or the French silk pie I had last night for Christmas. There is a purpose that it does. And that food is fuel and food keeps us alive and is good. So that is called claim and honoring that we did every meal and snack, and it's very useful. You can make your own placemat. Just get a paper, like big piece of paper out. You can get, you can make it even simple. Just like quick watercolor and then let it dry and then write on it. You don't have to make it fancy. And then just we covered it. The heck? What the heck? We covered it to protect it. Why can I not even think of what the word it is that this is? Heck, I don't know. So that way, if you spill water or milk or anything on it, you can just clean it up. Yeah. I'm going to remember what it was called, what this is called, as soon as I... Darling? This stuff that's covering the placemats, what is it called? No, what is that process where you put it through that machine? Laminating. This is why I keep him around. He's smart. They laminated it for us. Gotta love Beyonce's too. To keep it safe and protected. So that is claiming and honoring a healthy, productive table ritual we did in treatment. So thank you for joining. Please subscribe, comment below any future videos you would like, and thank you. Love you all.